It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I have my jacket on. I have a shirt on that I'll probably change. My face is washed, toned, vitamin C'd, moisturized, and I haven't put my pants on, but we're still doing good. I don't really know if I can carry this around, especially because I'm outside of a school, but it's important to the story, so remember what that was. So my dad and I are very different people. He's a full-time professional fisherman, lobsterman, tuna fisherman, all that stuff, and I've always been super into like arts and clothes, you know, different type of vibe. And what I just showed you basically is a hook that he uses to drag around totes and bait and lift stuff up and, you know, take stuff off the boat. The reason I'm showing you that hook is kind of as an introduction to who my dad is as a person. I don't think he'll ever want to be on one of these videos, but the hook is the best way I can describe him. So that hook, same thickness, same size, like, you know, like this big, much sharper, really, really sharp, is on the deck of the boat, up like this. My dad is on top of his boat, which is probably like 8-9 feet up. So he's on top and he's about to jump down. He doesn't see the hook, so hook is up like this. He basically jumps and the hook goes through his foot and ends up, I don't know how, but coming back down and going through his foot again. So it's like in. Now, I went home one day because I had a headache from work. My dad is out on the water fishing, and he fished the entire day. And what he kept doing, though, was emptying his boot of blood because he couldn't get the gaff out and he couldn't get it to not bleed. So that's the kind of guy my dad is, and it's really hard to get him a present. So, real quick, before any of this starts, this is gonna be a short video, and there may not even be a video next week because I don't know if you've known, if you looked at my last video, I put a little text thing in, but I quit my job and I'm moving to New Jersey to work for. We'll see how that goes. Also, I changed a setting on my camera. I don't know if it's a big deal to you, but it looks pretty good, right? It looks the Tanner Goods belt and kind of company in general, but I want to stick to the standard belt just because that's the product I have and I don't want to say anything incorrect about the brand as a whole. First things first, obviously this is really just a strip of leather. There's no stitching on it or anything like that, so there's not a lot to say about the belt itself, but really quick, the belt is obviously great quality. The only thing that kind of bothers me is the belt buckle is really loud, and this is what I mean. Versus like the belt buckle of this Taylor Stitch belt I bought. You see what I mean? And one of them's like, "Argh!" Also, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, like the video, and follow me on Instagram. Trying to get more followers than my ex-girlfriend, not Taylor, still dating Taylor, love Taylor, but I'm just a petty guy. So, 8th weekday, follow me. So actually, before any of this, I should say, as I was saying, my dad is really hard to buy presents for, and I originally got him a Taylor Stitch belt that didn't fit. I kind of come off as a Taylor Stitch fanboy, but in reality, I just had a gift card from them because I returned something, so trying to get the belt there. The belt was too small, so now it's my belt, so everything worked out. But as I was saying, the belt is great. I mean, it's a $105 belt. It should be great. It's pretty simple. It's just a piece of vegetable tan leather with a metal buckle on it and holes punched in it. I wasn't getting the belt being like, oh, this is gonna change everything for me just because, you know, it's a belt. So that kind of brings me to the biggest topic of this video, and that's, is a Tanner Goods standard belt worth it? And I don't really know how to answer that question really easily, so I'm gonna try and answer it at the end of the video, but the long answer is no, but also yes. No for my dad, yes for me. So I'll go into detail on that in a second. But anyways, on to the leather itself, which is really the topic of this video. So this belt is not made out of xoxo, but xoxo is kind of a good way to talk about the differences between two types of leather. There's chrome tanned and vegetable tan leather. Chrome tanned was developed later. I think it's the more like synthetic-y, new, oh wow, this is a way to tan leather. Faster and cheaper, way worse for the environment, but faster and cheaper usually are more important to business owners than environment. So chrome tanning kind of exploded. There may also be more environmentally friendly ways now. I'm not really too sure. Someone can correct me. Also, if I ever say anything wrong in this video or I'm missing a point of something, definitely comment it below. I will pin your comment if it's really important. But yeah, so chrome tanning does have some cool properties to it. It takes color better. It can be a lot more vibrant leather. It's more water resistant. Like I said, products come in cheaper. Now, vegetable tanned leather is a natural way of tanning leather, so it comes from tree bark and a bunch of other natural substances. It takes longer, is more environmentally friendly, and is more expensive. So that's why generally vegetable tan products are more expensive than chrome tanned. Now, kind of going a step further, English bridal leather and xoxo, they're not the same thing at all. Xoxo is chrome tanned leather stuffed with hot waxes, oils, tallows, which I learned tallows is just cow fats. Lard is pig fat, tallows, cow. So when the leather is being prepared for whatever product it may be, when they're tanning the leather and sealing the leather and everything, there's a step between those two where they stuff it with hot waxes and oils and tallows and all that stuff. And it adds further water resistance. The leather is oftentimes said to be self-conditioning, has an oily kind of... Sorry, my memory card filled up. I have no idea what I was talking about. English bridal leather is a leather that a bride uses on her honeymoon when she's feeling kinky. So that's what xoxo leather is. It's chrome tanned and stuffed with oils, waxes, tallows, which is fat and stuff like that. So basically, English bridal leather is vegetable tan leather, then stuffed with the oils, waxes, and tallows. That's that. But since vegetable tan leather is typically thicker, stronger, more durable, doesn't have as good water resistance, stuffing it with all this stuff makes it even better of a leather and makes it really hard wearing. That's why it was originally on horse saddles and stuff like that, because you needed it to go with you everywhere you go, kind of like a wallet or a belt or something on a keychain, like an everyday carry item. So that's that. But this is where things kind of get interesting. So Tanner Goods gets their leather from Wicket and Craig, and they get Meridian English bridal leather. And the reason they get this leather specifically is because they say it's the most beautiful patina-ing leather that they've ever seen. And, you know, they had to get it because that's their... Oh my god, what is going on? It's getting very dark here. That's kind of the reason why I wouldn't get this for my dad again, but I might get it for myself. So when you're thinking of buying really any item, there's usually a price you can spend where anything above that isn't gonna make it dramatically better or really add a lot of value to it. At a certain point, it's like you buy a white t-shirt for $3 and you see a huge difference in quality from $15 and another huge difference in quality in $50, then you go to like $150 and you're really like, what am I buying here? And then you go to like Gucci or whatever and they're like $300-400, and then you're paying for a brand. You're not paying for this crazy increase in quality, you're paying for something totally different. So when it comes down to the question, are these belts worth it? It kind of takes a weird separate category, which is, you have to ask yourself that. You can buy a completely regular vegetable tan belt, not English bridal leather or anything like that, for $70, $50, some places even cheaper. If you're looking for a Meridian English bridal leather vegetable tan belt, this is fine. But if you're looking for just a good vegetable tan belt that'll hold up for you for a long time, and even undyed, a lot of people like, so that way it will patina to exactly what they want over time and they can see the huge change, then you could save a lot of money. It really comes down to the fact that if you spend all this money on a Tanner Goods belt, are you gonna appreciate the enhanced patina? Are you really gonna study that belt and be like, damn, I love my belt? Are you gonna appreciate the patina every day and be like, wow, this is so cool, it's stuffed with these waxes, it's beautiful, it's the utmost care? Or do you just want a belt that looks nice and still patina's really nice, but it isn't the top of the line? If you can answer that question, then you can answer for yourself if this belt is worth it or not. So that's that. That's a belt. I really don't know if anybody wants to watch belt videos, but that's it.